Hello, beautiful. Have you ever been through this feeling when you're deeply empathetic and your nervous system feels things before you even understand it? I guess, walk in a room, right? And something tightens that you notice that somebody who's not empathetic will not notice. A conversation shifts and you take it personally because you know that it didn't shift until you walked into the room. Your energy had an impact. Sometimes that can make our body field collapse and close off. Do you know what I'm talking about? I know you do. Yeah. So instead of knowing that's our superpower, a lot of times it comes across to us as something that our self-esteem reads as something wrong with us. And I think if we're not really connected to what's happening, it's really our light that's doing that. That people sometimes do not feel safe around empaths. And I can vouch for this keenly. And I think it's because people feel seen by us even before they've had a chance to see themselves. And it's not something that we did wrong. It's a superpower of awareness that we have. And I think it's made me avoid certain groups of people, certain circumstances, making me not want to go because I know I'm going to collide with that feeling, not really thinking about what's causing it. Not using my fire, my inner glow to charge more. Because if anything, they need my light more than ever if that's going to happen. But sensitive souls like us, we can then absorb the unconscious emotions of others and then avoid life, right? And then we're not honoring what is sacred within us. It's a sacred soul intelligence of our spirit. It's one of our greatest qualities, especially as an empath, if you feel that you often feel the feelings of other people and are powered for the world to heal, is that we have to be able to understand what we're feeling. Not that we've caused the feeling, unless we did cause because we judged them, which I don't think we do. I think we have great compassion when we see that we've moved a room or triggered the room to stop because we got, noticed. And our true power as feeling sensitives is to not carry everyone's energy. And to have that keen pivot to know how to return to ourselves. And so I feel it's really important as we emerge and rise is that we speak about it, because people don't speak about it a lot. We've spoke about it a little bit. We can reroute it though. And it doesn't have to be a quiet collapse, a falling apart on the inside when we feel that. Because that moment when we realize that that's happening, we can also realize that we've been carrying other people's feelings and their needs and their storms. So somewhere along the way, it's super important that we remember that we only did that because we forgot to carry ourselves. And the only one that can really support us is really us. I mean, you're going to get great support in your life. But the person who can support you the best is when you know who you are. When you know your capacity. When your nervous system is strong. And then you can just breathe in that breath of life to recalibrate yourself and then turn it into glow. Because when you're glowing, watch out, world, right? Everyone is going to feel you. And everyone's going to feel better about themselves, but not because you had the spirit within you to try to fix them, but because you simply are just you. And you gather all your energy back when you lose it. When you realize that that's happening, you gather all your energy and you call all your power back to yourself. From all the places you've overserved or poured out. And you know what? Something really extraordinary happens from this. Our clarity returns. Our juju returns. Our intuition becomes heightened. We physically look prettier. That's the truth. Our boundaries reinstate themselves. It's pretty powerful. So let's call ourselves to reassure that inner part of us that might not always be built up enough to remember who we are, remember what we carry, remember that kind of impact carries also respect, but we have to have respect for it first and not hide what we know, but use that knowledge rightly. And you know who we become? Somebody who doesn't give ourselves away. Somebody who commands respect, but through knowing we have respect for ourselves. So we don't try to shape how they feel we are. We just have more presence and kindness and compassion to let them know. Yeah, we see it. We're going to pick up on the flaws in others. It's natural. But we don't use it against them. We become that knowing presence that brings that smile of certainty that my heart and your heart are connecting. I'm here to be who I am, and you can be who you are too. It sends out a message that we're doing our best. It's okay to shine. It's okay to even glow. And then a pilot light gets lit within our own inner temple. And then that's kind of where you begin. When you choose this, part of your personality develops as an I am. I am here. And it's okay to be here all the way, in the most real way, in the most authentic place. And it's okay that I get noticed, because in that I'm giving everyone else permission to. It's really beautiful. Command who you are to come forward in grace and strength, in love and compassion and certainty. And let's see what reorganizes itself around you to show you the truth of who you are in so many deeply meaningful ways. That's the kind of power we command. And when our life reorganizes itself around that, miracles come true. Certainly dreams come true. And definitely that moment, it's a spark of aliveness that is indescribable. I want that for all of us all the time, because that's who we are. All right. Bye for now.